Hey guys, welcome to a in-depth analysis of the new Battlefield 1 trailer. In this first scene, we see a German soldier with a gas mask and some sort of metal plate on his head, beating a British or American soldier with an improvised trench mace. Weapons like this were actually used and made in the trenches. The battlefield you see around them is reminiscent of the Western Front, and you can see a Allied Kakwo type observation balloon if you look in the top right corner. I'm not sure a head plate like that was ever used by the Germans during the war, as they mostly used the standard Stahlhelm or steel helmet. So, it's a bit odd looking, but it's a game and, there are going to be some inaccuracies. In this scene, we see a warrior, a woman, brandishing a sword similar to a scimitar. Well, the blade is similar to a scimitar blade, common in the Middle East, but the D-guard in front of the hand is more of a European design, so this may be some creative license on the part of the animators. So she's on horseback, and she could be a tribesmen fighting on the Middle Eastern Front. This is probably the Middle Eastern Front, just because it's in a desert, and it could be part of the Arab Revolt. Now in this scene, you get a nice aerial view of a battle. You can see the gunner is in a ring, and this is probably a Bristol F2 fighter. He is operating a Lewis light machine gun, which was a light machine gun during the First World War. You can tell this is a British plane because you see the Royal Flying Corps insignia on the wing. In the top left-hand corner, you can see what appears to be a Fokker DR-1 triplane. So this gives you a nice view of the Western Front. Now here we have the battle down below on the ground. We see a German soldier, strangely with a pair of crutches on his back, and he has his full backpack on. So the weird thing about this is this doesn't really seem like a trench raid. First of all, they're not in a trench, and second of all, the German has all of his equipment on. And so this could be just, showing off the game, just normal little historical inaccuracies that come with a video game. But it just bothers me that they're both out in no man's land and the German soldier has crutches on his back. Anyhow, the German soldier has just killed a American soldier, and I say that because the American soldier seems to be holding what appears to be the Winchester Model 1897 trench gun, which was a shotgun. The Germans actually tried to get combat shotguns banned because they considered them inhumane. The thing that he used to kill the American soldier is the Feldspaten, which was a entrenching tool, but was also apparently very sharp, and some German soldiers would use them in order to kill their enemies instead of bayonets. Enemy fire! Now here we see a German pilot in a Fokker triplane attempting to shoot down a British biplane that's right in front of him. Come on, then! Okay, now this is a scene that it looks cool, but it does really bother me because I have never found any evidence of tanks being used in the desert. I heard somewhere that a few Mark 1s were, but honestly, they weren't. And these are obviously not Mark 1s because Mark 1s had those two wheels on the back of the tank. And so, okay, it's a video game, fine. I can see a British soldier with a gas mask on, at least it looks like he has a gas mask on, and he's got the T-Gavar anti-tank rifle in his hands, obviously taken from a fallen Central Powers soldier. And so there is an Ottoman soldier running away with a helmet that looks similar or the same as the German Stahlhelm. So here we see a British soldier right next to the player who's just fallen either from poison gas or has just been shot. If you look on the right side, you can see what looks like a field gun. I'm not sure which, but the player or whoever's perspective this is from is holding a Lewis gun, which is the same machine gun that we saw the gunner in the British Bristol F2 in one of the previous scenes using. There is a green cloud of gas there, chlorine gas maybe, and there appears to be an enemy soldier in that cloud of gas, probably has a gas mask on. So this scene is very, very odd. You can see these are Italian soldiers with French-style Adrian helmets, but their rifles are more like German rifles than they are like Carcanos. So this could just be because it's an unfinished model, but I mean, I'm here just to point these out. The guy wearing body armor in the about a second before this. Okay, yes, body armor was used, but it looked way more clunky than this did. Something that I have noticed is that the patches on the shoulders of these Italian troops look exactly the same as the patches on one of the German soldiers in an earlier scene, so I just noticed that. If you look in the background, there is another soldier who has a flamethrower, which appears to be like the British life buoy flamethrower, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, so this scene just kind of strikes me as odd. Move forward! Alright, so here is a tank of the British lifeguards, and it's rolling over a trench, and this is actually what they were built for, so yes, this is accurate. If you looked in the trench, there were British soldiers with their short magazine Lee Enfield rifles. One of them was fixing bayonets. Tanks during World War I were used to break the stalemate of trench warfare, as they were pretty much impervious to small arms fire. We have a really cool scene here of a British soldier with a British life buoy style flamethrower. Yeah, that's all I have for this scene right here. Get ready, man! So here we see an Allied artillery barrage, and let me just cover the few clips before this, the few scenes before this, just for time's sake, because I don't want this video to run too long. I don't like watching boring videos, and I don't really like releasing boring videos. So, you saw, this is an Allied artillery barrage. As I said before, the scene before that, you saw a bunch of planes attacking a battleship, but they aren't seaplanes, which is odd. Aircraft carriers weren't really used in the First World War. Before that, you saw an armored train. Armored trains, yes, those were a thing. Alright, so in the next scene, you might catch it. There's a split-second scene of a soldier with a side-mounted scope on maybe a M1903 or a Guevara rifle. I'll stop the clip right there so you can see. Alright, so here is that clip of a shell exploding, and then you got the guy with a rifle and the side-mounted scope. Everyone's been saying, oh yeah, this must be a German soldier, you know, shells are falling everywhere. But the odd thing is the German soldier's not in a trench. So my theory with this is actually supposed to be a walking barrage. And that was when you had the line of infantry moving up, and the artillery would fire shells, so they went right in front of the infantry, so it was hard for the enemy to see the infantry and shoot at them. So that's what I think this is. Yes, it could be a German soldier, but why the heck is he outside the trench? I mean, he could be like setting up wire, but alright, whatever. Yeah, it's a video game. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Remember to leave a like and remember to subscribe. This is a new channel. I kind of came up with this idea, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be releasing more videos soon. I will probably do a review. Well, I'll do kind of an analysis of Medal of Honor Pacific Assault and tell you guys how historically accurate that is. So, stay tuned. Yeah, thanks guys for watching.